Want me to open up, John?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, I'll open up
Once you get to the
the
agenda, right?
Board of Water and Sewer Commissioners meeting for June 1st, 2016. August 3rd, 2016, 6:30 p.m. We'll open the meeting. First agenda will be to approve the minutes of June 1st. And see, Scott, yeah, we can do that. We have enough people here that were at the meeting for June 1st.
Yeah, I was not.
I read through them and they look complete to me. I'll make a motion that we accept them as printed.
I'll second.
That's it. And I'll take care of all those in unanimous.
Aye.
Aye. We'll accept the June 1st meeting then first. While we're here, if we can clean up some older bookkeeping we took care of June. Can we look at the May 4th meeting? Yeah, Tom and Jay were here. Oh, good, Jonathan too. Okay. Yeah. Do I hear a motion to accept the May 4th meeting?
I'll make a motion to accept the May 4th minutes.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And that's it, we accept the May 4th meeting. Next item, item number 3. See, now it's a new, after the elections, we have the restructuring of the Board of Commissioners.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Mr. J. Spall as chairman, if he so chooses to accept it.
Do we hear a second?
I'll second.
I will accept it if chosen.
Motion made and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
I'll abstain. What do we have? 3?
Yeah.
3? So, got it recorded. Okay, moving right along.
We need vice chair and,
Okay, yes, what else do we have? We need a clerk and a vice chair, correct?
yep.
Make a motion and nominate Dr. Kowski as vice chair.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Accept. Yeah, okay. Aye.
Aye.
So Scott's vice chair.
Jonathan, need a second? Right?
Yes, I did, yep.
Okay.
And now, the nomination for clerk. Tom?
Do you want,
Probably not.
okay,
Honesty is appreciated.
okay. I'll make a motion that we appoint Jonathan Andrelevich.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
Second it? All
I
those
would
in
if you
favor?
didn't want to.
Aye. Then Jonathan will be...
I would if you didn't want to.
Jonathan will be clerk.
Yeah, you got them all in order already anyways.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, item number 4. Juniper Lane, Lot 59, the tie-in request for ERA Builders.
Petrie.
Oh, okay, I forgot. Well, yeah. We're missing a T.
Missing a couple of, yeah, half the alphabet.
Yeah.
All right.
Right up on the table. Oh, I'm sorry, there's no opening there. We'll open that table for you.
We're proposing to put in a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath home up at 59. That's the layout.
This is a current lot that's up there now, right?
Yes, yes.
Ron? That's
Yeah.
part of that
It
previous
was part of
development.
Shepherd Hills development,
And it's just
we
a-
just never built on it at the time.
And you have water and sewer up there, correct, John?
Yes, we have water, I'm not quite sure about sewer. Do we have, Jonathan? You have-
Sewer, yeah.
Yep,
Yep,
all right.
yep.
Now, did your father put all the curb stops on those lots up there?
I know the curb stops there,
Curb
'cause I
stops
remember
there,
seeing
the
it
sewer
when it-
lateral.
Okay,
Sewer
that's
lateral
great,
should be
that's
there,
great,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
it's already tapped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the sewer lateral should be there also.
Okay, excellent.
So in other words, this lot was proposed, this was on part of your engineering plan originally, to leave a water and sewer as the road
It's an
went
approved
down.
and accepted lot as far as
Yeah.
the subdivision is concerned.
So, the next thing, you would be responsible for the tie-in fees then, correct, John?
No,
No?
No, they're already
because the
paid.
curb stop's already there on the lot.
Right.
Okay.
So he just has to pay the $2,000 to be able to tie into town water.
That's what I mean, you pay the fee to tie in.
To bill will tie into town water, and that's it, because it's already tapped.
Sewer's already set and.
Sewer's already laying over there, so
Right.
he just has to pay for the sewer for the bedrooms.
Yep.
Yes.
And water just has to pay $2,000.
That's what I'm getting at, so it'd be a $2,000 fee from the water department.
Yep.
And I don't know exactly what the fee is, Tom, you
Yeah,
remember,
I have
for
it.
3 bathrooms?
I don't know, but the,
2.5, well,
3 it goes by bedrooms.
Bedroom.
It goes by bedroom.
Three
Bedroom,
bedrooms,
bathroom, yeah.
3,600.
Okay, 3,600.
1,200 per bedroom?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
when we put in the sewer,
Uh-huh.
we waived tie-in fees for 1 year when the project's complete.
Okay.
After that,
Yeah.
there was a tie-in.
Now, this has been more than 1 year.
I haven't been.
Couple of years. So,
10?
Yeah.
so what I'm getting at, you'll have your $2,000 fee
Yeah.
to the town water department.
For the water department will be $2,000 to tie in,
Yeah.
$750 for the ball valve, the water meter, and the paperwork.
Right.
So it's $2,750 for the water. It's
Just so we know, so we're all on the same page. And what's sewer?
3,600.
Goes by bedroom,
Three
right,
bedrooms.
Tom?
1,200 per bedroom?
Yeah, 3,600
Yeah.
for 3 bedrooms.
Okay.
Total.
Total, yep, yes, correct, yeah.
Yeah.
1,200 per bedroom.
So I have all the paperwork for
So
you.
what, you get 36 and 50?
36 and 2750.
Okay, you want 2 checks at that, or?
Yes, yeah, because
Yeah.
of different
Yes.
different departments,
Yes.
bookkeeping wise, so,
Okay. And from this point, just pay the fee and we're ready?
That's it.
and contact John.
Yep, I'll inspect the water service, and I'll also inspect the sewer service when they put it
We
in.
have the,
We won't do anything,
Contractor, list of contractors that can do the work to have the drain.
all right, we won't do anything until the foundation is in. Then you can run your services to
Yep.
the,
Right.
you
No
know.
problem. No
Okay.
problem. Yep.
You good to go?
That's it.
Yep.
Payments.
So we don't have to,
Kristen, you'll give them a letter saying.
Yeah.
we really don't have to do a
Motion,
vote or
Mr.
anything
Yeah,
like
we just need
that?
a motion.
Yeah, we just
Oh,
need
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
go
goes
ahead.
down on
Do I
there,
hear
so
a
can send letter
motion to give
confirming.
each
Yeah.
builders
Here's
permission
my-
for water and sewer connection for the lot up on Ash Lane?
so I'll move that we approve the tie-in for Lot 59 Juniper Lane for water and sewer.
Second,
Second.
One abstention.
the abstention. All those in favor? Aye. 3 in favor, 1 abstention. So Ron, you can contact the town, Kristen will help you with the financial end. You see, you got
And you'll wrap the stuff up.
two different departments, bookkeeping wise,
Yeah.
and John will help you with the material to be used for water and sewer. Ford grips, Ford brass products in the ground,
Okay.
you know?
Very good.
Are you getting going on this soon?
Yeah, as soon as we get
Because you
all.
want, there's like a 1-year time frame, correct?
Right.
Oh, no, we'll be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next month.
Yeah.
Hope to be living there in a year.
Next month. we'll be-
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
very good.
Enjoy your summer.
All right.
Okay, item number 5, approval for a car wash.
Yeah.
I will say that I believe that the approval for the car wash will
Was
be
for last month.
simply be ceremonial because the car wash happened last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had requested
Yeah, it was
twice,
really-
and once it
yeah,
rained, and
yeah.
then
Okay.
once, he said.
I think they are in full understanding of the compliance we require for the
Yeah.
water
But
department.
he's a
and whatnot.
full-timer
He's
for
a
the
full-time
fire
fireman, yeah,
department.
he's doing it for charity and
So right now,
events.
that's
If it had
Right.
rained last weekend, he was gonna have it again this coming
Right.
weekend, so that's why I put it in case.
so right now, it's a
Raised
move.
just shy of $1,000
Okay,
doing
good.
this.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
that's right.
So that'll take us up to item number 6.
Mhm.
Approval for a car wash, September 17th.
Yeah, Rebecca couldn't come, and she thought her supervisor was maybe gonna come.
That-
Let's see
Yeah, sure.
I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve the Shepherd Hill National Honor Society car wash for September 17th, 2016, pending they abide by the biodegradable soap and requirements from the water department.
Do we have a second on line item 6?
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Moving right along. Unless you want to do, Mark, are you still busy? You doing some bookkeeping there?
Yeah, just a little.
Well, we'll jump over to John Me and Water and Sewer Superintendent report.
It's going to be the second fastest one.
Hey,
Okay, this is what happened in June, what I'm trying to give you, okay? All the backflows were, this is on the water system. All the backflows were tested in town. We tapped the water main at 15 Progress Ave for the new house that we gave approval to. We tapped the new water service at 61A Ramson Road. They're well on dry. I got verbal warnings from 3 commissioners on that. We had a main break on Schofield Ave by Carpenter Road. We worked 12 hours there. We started at 5 p.m., get done at 5 a.m. Following night, we had a main break on Mason Road, and we fixed that one. We paved Schofield Ave, Progress Ave, Mason Road, and Ramson. We marked out all the water services and valves on Mill Road and Pine Street. Sewer department. This is what we did on the sewer department. We pulled apart a check valve at sewer pump station number 1 on Lakeview Ave. There was a rag stuck in it. We did it ourselves. We didn't call R.E. Detroit. We did it ourselves. We pulled the pump on Lawrence Road. There was a rag stuck in that one. So we pulled that. F.R. Mahoney installed a new alarm system at Lakeview Ave pump station number 2. Just in case Scott and Tom, I numbered the one next to Lakeview Ave, next to the beach, as pump station number 1 and pump station number 2.
Halfway down, whatever.
Yeah, instead of old and new.
Is this the bill that we just had come through for?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mahoney?
Yeah.
No, the Mahoney is another, that one's another one.
That's the new pump.
Okay, inspected and new water line that was tied in at 15 Progress Ave. We raised 5 manhole covers with the highway department on W. Oxford Road before they paved. Watch and inspect the sewer line tie-in forced into the force main at 24 Sawmill. That was done. We marked out all the services on Mill Street and Pine Street. And we pulled the pump out on Pine View. Rag was stuck in that one. This is what happened in August. July, thank you. The contractor started on July 7th. Steve passed his D2 license, so now he has a D2 license. So we have 3 guys now.
That's distribution. Does he have chemical?
No, you only need 1 for the town. You need a D2 to run the water system.
1 for the, yeah.
Well, I mean treatment. T. Isn't it a treatment
T1,
license?
T1 to run the
D2 is
town.
distribution.
And we need a D2 to run the town.
Right.
So George has one, and Steve has one, and me.
But that covers all aspects.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So he's, okay, we did meter reading, water meter reading. We turned all the gate valves on Mill Street area to make sure that we had shut down for the new contractor tying in the water main. That was a pain in the one. George worked with the contractor every day. So we had a guy on site every day to see what's going on. So we had somebody representing that. Sewer department, 49 W Hill Road tied into sewer. And we had to pull the E1 pump because it didn't work. Originally, when you guys put the new sewer main on W. Oxford Road, he was all tied in, but he still kept his septic system. So now he tied into the town sewer, but the E1 pump didn't work. So we replaced that with the one we had and repaired it because the guy was paying.
What's the status of that pump? Did they
That's-
send it out to Mahoney to get rid
That's
of it?
what
That's
you got
the Mahoney bill,
That's the
okay.
Mahoney bill. I had that repaired and I bought a new
Yeah.
one.
You bought a new one?
Right, so we have 2 pumps sitting on the shelf right now to go.
Go, yeah.
Okay, we placed it. Okay, we got M&M to pump out all the sewer stations, sucked up all the grease, and we pressure washed the walls and all the wells, and we deodorized the whole place. So every station is all clean, beautiful right after July. Of course, picked up the E1 pumps from Mahoney. Pondview pump, the circuit blew, called before, he repaired it, ordered parts to have it sitting on top of the shelf. Also, they read well meters and second meters. And the water department split the other books because one of the guys, the sewer department was out. So we broke the books all up so one guy wasn't gonna stuck on the sewer department to do it. And we raised the manhole on Mill Street because we paved over, they put coal patch over it. When they put the water main up there, they never saw coal patch. And we raised it up level with the road. That's my report, but just to let you know, I will be out as of the 12th. I'm getting operated on the 12th, that will be next Friday. I'm gonna be out for at least a month. George has a call on everything. And the other thing is, the sewer department's been down 1 man since May.
That's it, yeah.
So we have 1 guy working on the sewer department, and we're taking care of both departments.
Floater, yeah, yeah.
And we are keeping track of time, who's working
Time
where.
so we can,
And at the end, I know you were worried about that, at the end of June, we,
I saw the even up numbers.
okay,
Yeah,
right, it was
yeah,
something like
yeah.
$5,000 the sewer department owed us.
Yeah.
So everything's written down.
Just as long as we keep that,
Yep.
so that Deb Thibodeau is happy with it.
Yeah. So,
That keeps, then Tom Scanlon will
The
go as
auditor,
well.
Right,
the
yeah,
DOR.
yeah.
We'll give his blessing, hopefully. I just don't wanna get a
well,
makeover.
it's gonna be on my next month's report, but today, this month so far, we tied into West Main Street, we tied into School Street with the new water main. I would say by the end of this week, the water main should be done. Then you just have to tie in the side
All the
streets and the
laterals.
services.
Yep.
But the big question is on Pine Street where they hit the ledge. Now they're gonna dig across the street to lay the new services, so there may be more ledge they're gonna hit. So we just have to be aware of that.
Is that why they're running down the middle of the road?
Excuse me?
They're running down the middle of the road over here?
No, we're trying to stay on the side, on the gutters, within 5 feet of the poles. And then we're gonna switch over to the mill side and go through the tunnel on the right-hand
Right side of
side.
the bridge, yeah, yeah.
All right.
So as soon as we get past O'Connor's Insurance, we're gonna start
Come
paying.
back in.
Okay, so that was
Yeah,
the
right.
plan to
Yeah,
go over
yeah,
there.
exactly,
All right.
yes.
To meet
yeah,
up,
yeah.
then we're gonna run the water main down, what do you
I
call
thought
it?
it was
Odd Rock Place, put a 12-inch stub going into the new mill driveway, cap it off there,
Right.
and have Village Street tie into the new trunk line.
Well, that was all basically engineered, so we're all on the same page, what's taking place there. You know, the Ts, the gates,
Yes.
and it's a engineered blueprinted job.
The only thing we were doing sometimes is just moving hydrants.
Right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Field-
absolutely, a little
field
small stuff,
decisions.
nothing major,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
But-
The contractors have been doing a very good job, I think.
Excellent, I'm very happy with these guys,
So-
very happy,
To me, the main decision is, we'll be down 2 employees, basically.
yes.
So, do you have anything, does anything have to be written as to who's taking charge?
Well, verbal, my guys are good. They're good. George
You're
is in
down to
charge.
3 water employees and 1 sewer employee
They all, it's amazing.
to
how
work together.
We work together.
And as far as the rotation will be printed up for the
And
weekends.
those guys all work it out.
Right,
Everything's
right,
all worked
yeah,
out,
yeah.
been going great, no complaints.
And the bulk of this project is complete.
Yes,
I mean,
right,
they only
but-
got some small tie-ins to
So-
do, nothing that
Right, so
the
I'm
guys
out,
can't.
you just want
right,
services.
By next week,
Which we,
all the.
The gravy
ductile
should be relatively done. other than
and the
small.
street should be done. West
Right,
Street, Green
yeah,
Street, and Chestnut should be all tied in.
Right. So, work-wise, will there be jetting going on? if time
That's
permits?
the big push. That's one, George is gonna be on a job every day.
Right, right.
And he's gonna take the ties on
Yeah.
all the services.
Right.
How deep the main is, how far from the curb stop, all the ties. My other guys are we're gonna start doing Alton Drive. And we're gonna run after we're done, we figure 3 days of jetting, and we have 2 days of camera. And we're gonna get all the ties of where they are. And we're making a book, just like we have at the water department, where all
All
the
the
ties are.
laterals are,
So
okay.
when a contractor says, where's the sewer, we know it's 200 feet from this manhole, right here.
Yeah, yeah.
And so they're making a book, and this winter, they're gonna make up the book while they're sitting down there when it's quiet. And-
Good.
Yep.
It won't be, 30 feet from the tree.
Right, exactly, you're going off the
Yeah,
whole
right.
blueprint.
The old
Something.
record.
That tree's gone.
The old records
Doesn't
were
some of
awful, but
that tie
that's,
in with the computer
Yeah,
system?
yeah.
Well, that's, eventually we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there with the, what do you call it,
Yeah,
utility cloud.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
do that,
yeah.
but
Baby steps first.
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
but
We'll get there.
and once we start getting all these streets done, and like I said, we're gonna do the main one is on was it Green Street, West Street. There's a lot of sand in those mains.
Yes.
Why, we don't know.
Well, it's always been, I think.
But
historic,
we're gonna I'm gonna have them jet it, and we're gonna run a camera
Camera.
down there and see what's going on.
Where's
Why
the
we're getting
infiltration?
sand in there.
Yeah, yeah.
So they have a list of work, they know what to do.
My guys are good. They will take care of it, and they will stay busy.
Very good. Is that it, John?
That's all I have.
awesome.
Okay, Mike?
Well, yeah, what John said. Any questions? The contractor is doing a great job. John's told me from day one, and everyone, that they're very cooperative, and John's been working closely with them and his staff. The contractor started on July 7th, and he has until August 29th to complete by the contract. But as John said, He's almost done with all of the main line already. So we see that they're ahead of schedule. They did hit quite a bit of ledge that we didn't expect and weren't aware of in Pine Street. So to offset those costs, we decided to eliminate the section of New Main in Pine Street from Charlton to School Street. So we were going to make that tie in there. It's a dead end, but it kind of is a loop. And but we knew there was ledge in that area. You'll see the ledge outcropping there. And so to be able to balance the additional costs for ledge that we expect because of the work in Pine Street, we decided that if we just remove that from the contract, it would be very clean. We notified the contractor as soon as we discussed that, and they actually had a shipment of 8-inch pipe that was going to be shipped that day, and they were able to stop it before it was shipped, so there's no costs associated with the elimination of that portion of the project.
And what's that, about 700-800 feet?
Yes.
Is
Well,
that,
Give or take, right?
It was about 78, what was it, what, 80, almost 80 grand, right?
Yes.
is that going to affect, how is that going to affect service over that, in that area?
Well, it'll be the same as it has been,
Yeah.
and really this,
That pipe?
the focus
Still
of
got
this
that old
project
pipe there.
was to replace all the various sizes and old water mains that, you know, are not well-known in Mill Street, well,
Yeah.
Village and Mill, and then Pine Street.
Pine Street down to
So you bring
Oxford
water
Ave.
down to
Yep.
Sunnyside and that area. And that other add-on was kind of, well, if we're here, why don't we do that?
Okay.
But it wasn't anything that was considered in calculations or analysis as something that had to be done.
Right, right.
And
right.
so it was kind of, if we're here, why not do it? And John actually had noted early on that, well, if we needed to adjust anything, that would be an easy thing to cut out, and it is. And so that's worked out very well.
Quick question then, so as far as going uphill towards Charlton Street, we're not doing it now, but that savings will cover our ledge.
I hope so, yes.
We plan on that.
Right, so they haven't done the services in Pine Street.
Yeah, we'll
Right,
see.
And
right.
if you guys have been by the
So
job
we can-
site
we
at
can
all,
kinda
you know, there's
hopefully-
boulders that are huge, as big as a car, as well as ledge that they're, you know, able to break out of the hole.
Yeah.
And so we would expect that there's going to be some ledge encountered in those services.
So do we have a new gate valve down at that intersection for that feed going up Pine for the future?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So,
was part
yes.
of the, well, it was part of the plan anyway, I think, right?
It's in the plan,
Right,
but,
right. It moved
So
a
you
little
have a
bit.
good valve, because that must be a dead end at the top by Charlton.
oh yeah, it just doesn't even, from Charlton Road coming down to the Gray House, there's a 3/4 inch service coming from Charlton Road.
Right.
The 3 houses on the left-hand side, the new houses,
Yeah.
you will see their marks, and that's a 6-inch main that goes there and stops. So it's fed in 2 different directions. One's a 3/4 and one's a 6-inch.
Yeah, yeah.
But if we ever had to replace it, you could start from a new gate valve then, or
Yeah.
shut down, you have an operable gate.
Yes.
That's the key.
Yeah.
And it won't impact the system.
Because you talked about
Minimal.
doing that yourself a couple
Right,
days ago.
right, right.
Okay, good, go ahead,
Yeah.
Mark.
And that
Answers
ledge
that.
seems to be even more substantial than what
What
they
they've
had.
encountered already, yeah.
So that would be significant. So we received a draft pay request from the contractor last week, which they should submit, and then a revised one. And because they had made such great progress, I said, well, do we want to update it like today, or, you know, up until today or yesterday? So they did, and that's why I was going over the numbers, just to make sure that they coincided with, you know, what's been done, but also, you know, what they had already submitted. So the job is approximately $838,000. That's the contract. So far, they've done almost $400,000 worth of work, $398,000. So about half, and it seems like that. Plus, keeping in mind that you know, it's been the main line that they put in. So there's services to do, but they've been putting in the corporation stops as they go along. And so we actually have 2 retainers in this project, or retainages. And one is that if a pipe is put in, a mainline pipe, but it's not tested, meaning it hasn't been flush pressure tested and then bacteriologically tested and accepted, we only pay 75% of that cost. And that's been in the documents, it's very clear, and they knew that. So that's to guarantee that, there's some reserve there if there needs to be extra efforts to get it to pass bacteriologically. So the water main in Pine Street is passed, so we would expect the rest would, but, so there's a portion of the main that we're paying for, but only at 75%. Then after that, on all the job, there's a 5% retainage that's held. So you have kind of a double retainage there. And the 5% retainage on this pay request is almost $20,000. It's $19,900. So you have many layers of comfort. Because one, they're a really good contractor and they're working well and they're under contract and they have bonds and all of that. Then we have that untested pipe that's paid at 75% plus $20,000 in retainage.
So Mill would be the untested pipe, parts of Mill
Yes,
Street.
exactly.
Parts of Mill Street.
How long do we hold that 20,000?
You hold that till final payment.
Final payment, yeah.
Pavement.
Yep.
Payment,
Yeah.
final payment. And so once it's substantially complete, which means that it's in service,
Yep.
then the contractor can petition you to have that reduced to
Yeah,
nothing or something.
Or 5%, whatever
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
So I would suspect that possibly in their next pay request, they may say, okay, all the main's in, it's been all tested,
Right.
all the houses are hooked up. We would like you to consider releasing the retainage or dropping it to 1%.
Whatever, yeah.
And then you would have the unit prices for anything that isn't done, which is the
Asphalt,
final
all that.
pavement. Exactly, yeah. So for right now, as of this afternoon, they had submitted work that was equal to $398,044.31, which I just double checked. From that is that $19,902.22 retainage. So the amount that's due the contractor at this time is $378,142.09. So I will formalize that in this document with the contractor and give you a letter on that. But if you wanted to vote for that tonight, then in the next few days we'll square away.
What's the final number you want to make the payment on? 378.
Yeah, 142.09, yeah. So again, you can
And that
quickly.
gives us more than enough comfort. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
it seems
because
like
the job's
they've been pretty good
840,
about it. They
yeah.
haven't, gouged any section, it seems like.
Big less.
So,
So,
378, 142.
09, yeah.
they're asking for half, and they certainly have a substantial amount of the contract done.
And they're probably at
according with all
75%,
of the-
80%,
75%.
75%.
Easily 75.
Right. So, I
All the
mean, it's-
expensive materials installed. It's
Yeah.
on the job.
Right, exactly,
Gates,
yeah.
the ductile iron.
Right.
What's this plastic gonna cost?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I will make a
Well,
motion.
here's the number
Yep.
for the motion. 378.
Yeah, 378, 14209. I
Yes.
will make a motion that we give Borges Construction of 165 Caroline Circle, Little Mass, payment of $378,142.09 as contractual work completed as of today, 8/3/2016.
Second?
Thank you. Now,
Second it?
yeah,
Go ahead, Mark.
so we would expect that they'll continue with good progress.
Yep.
They have the tunnel crossing coming up, which is quite significant. But they have a good bid price for that, and they are aware of the approach, and so they've done test pits on both sides, and John was there, and
Should we
we
just
have
complete this vote?
You know,
I don't want
if
to
we
praise,
made-
but
Yeah, we
approve,
get on
fully
that.
approve that last vote.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a second to
Jump
allocate
in,
$378,142.09
I know you have to leave.
to
right?
Borges
Boards.
Construction as the first payment for the Mill Street water main construction. I have a second.
Yep.
We have a
All
second.
those in favor?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous to make the payment to Borges Construction for that particular number.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to complete that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you. Too far ahead.
I just want to jump in on Mark. The nice part is with Mark being up here this week, they will be going through the tunnel
Yep.
this week. And he will be able to see it, make sure it's done right, so we don't have to worry about
Right.
any dirt filling into this tunnel or.
And that was always a question from day one, what the approach was, how we're gonna tackle this miracle.
Right,
So
so
it
what
is-
they're gonna
Right,
do.
I mean, that's not a
Well,
Yeah.
that tunnel, we thought it was 18-inch slabs of
granite,
granite
yeah.
sitting on top of each other.
Vertically, yeah.
But it ended up being boulders and just cut clean
Right,
and slid in, so
You
they're gonna have
can't
to
pour it
jackhammer
through
it down,
yeah.
okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna slide it right through the 24-inch pipe first, then we're gonna put the 12-inch pipe through there, put all sand around the 12-inch pipe through the 24, then they're gonna build a wall, and we're gonna get a clover fill and pour it in there, so the dirt will not fill
Yep.
into that tunnel, so we'll always have a pothole, because it's 14 feet deep.
Right, and it's suspended.
Yes.
But, just a question thinking with that, is there a gate on each side of that in case we do have to shut down that sleeve? Is it worth putting money to,
Well,
you know, how do we, you know what I'm saying? It's,
I do,
you're
exactly.
isolating a certain section, now we put flowable fill in there and sand and everything else. If that main goes down, where is your two closest isolation points to make sure we can do this properly without, does it make more sense to close it down right at the bridge, or does it make, I don't
Well,
know,
the
I
only
haven't
is-
seen the plan to see.
That's
well,
the only trunk line that goes to feed that side of town.
No, I understand that, yeah.
So if you shut the gate down before the bridge, this side of town doesn't have water. You
gotta fix it no matter what if something happens.
Right,
So, I
right.
mean, it's,
Right,
Where
but
is the
also that's a
closest
very
shut-off?
good point if we, and I don't know exactly, but just that if this is the tunnel crossing and you have the main going through and you could have a gate valve wherever,
Right.
maybe not right next to it, but then beyond that valve on each side, a hydrant.
On
Is
each
what
side.
you'd have to do is hook up to the hydrant.
right.
steam.
But I'm just saying, does it make more sense now to do this?
That's exactly what we did on Mill Road, glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
We did Mill Road, when we crossed that bridge, we put a hydrant on each
Each
side of
side,
that bridge.
right, right,
So if
that's
we had to
right,
run a
yeah.
hydrant hose from one side
Right.
to the other,
You
we
can
can
do it
still
and
underwater.
still keep the flow going.
Yeah, but that sleeve has been delivered on a job, that's a pretty rugged, what's the diameter of that sleeve?
24 inch, but I mean, it's still, it's a,
It's just a precarious-
You can't tell
yeah.
how much that's gonna flex being underneath it. We're doing the best we can with the flow film and sand and everything else, but I'm just saying, to isolate a
I
small
think it's a good
section.
idea for,
I
For a
think-
minimal,
Hey,
for a minimal cost.
Hey,
it
I'd rather
would
be safe than sorry.
you know,
Put
25
a
years
hydrant
down
on
the
each
road,
side
you
of
don't know.
that, each side of that bridge.
The next question is, you have that tunnel crossing right after that, don't you, with the,
Over the stream.
The stream.
Well, they're already halfway past that already.
Right,
Right, right.
Yeah.
And we're well above it.
Yeah,
The
it's
top of
15
that is like
15 feet,
15
right?
feet
It's that
down.
deep? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
So we could put a hydrant right next to the mill, right after that.
Yeah.
And what, on the other side.
Don't
And
put
we're
it
good.
there.
Huh?
Don't put it there.
What's that?
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
No, I want the point.
I mean, I hate to be redundant about, you know, to be too close together, but I think just for future maintenance purposes, it might be the smart thing to do now, to spend the money and
I agree
isolate a
100%.
certain section, and we can always loop it in when,
So you're afraid if we ever had an issue with that tunnel causing damage to your water main,
That'd be safe than sorry.
gate it and
It
feed
is
the
a
hydrants?
You know, we'll give them the hydrant, we'll give them the free pipe, and that's all you do is buy a
Right.
T12,
I mean, it's-
12 by 6. And they're gonna pipe
You're
over
gonna buy
to
2 more gates though,
for a 6-inch gate.
yeah. Which
Well,
is not
no, we say.
12-inch gate,
12 to 6.
12-inch
Right.
gate.
Which
But you eliminated one already, so.
Yes.
You
We're
have.
only
that.
adding one, yeah. I don't know, for the small cost.
And they
I think
have
it's-
unit prices too, so any modification like that would just be done by
This
the
isn't
unit
blowing
price.
anything crazy out of the budget. I mean,
Right.
it's
No,
a small-
absolutely.
It's a small
Yep.
increase.
I'll just take it out of my operation to buy the gates.
Well, if you go buy the gates,
Yep,
But
I'm
then
gonna buy the gates,
just
drop
pay
them
them
off.
hourly to install it, whatever they get for a set rate on it.
Yeah.
Unit
you'll go
pricing,
buy the
whatever they
gates and the
want to
hydrants
do.
and the
It's-
6-inch.
Yep.
And if they haven't put a gate in the area, which I'm sure we have one there, we could just move it down the street too. So it
make it
could
more-
be that
make
you
it more-
say,
Well,
the
we-
gate that's gonna be here, why don't we just put
Trading
it
places,
over
move
there?
down 100 feet.
I did move a hydrant, it was gonna be on corner of Odd
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Mill Street.
yes,
We could just move that hydrant down towards the bridge.
okay.
Because I put another hydrant down by the factory.
Which side is that on, though? Is it on the, heading
we-
towards School Street, say? Is it
I
on the
can move it
K-9
down.
side, or is it on the Mill side?
It was gonna be on.
It was gonna be
Odd
on that
Place
Ardlock
and Mill
side.
Street.
Okay.
What's his name's place there, that cost me Danny's business.
Mm-hmm.
I can bring that down and put it in the yard over there, Stevens got in, before the bridge.
Okay, yeah.
And then right where they are right now, soon as you get by Tri-Valley, they
Yeah.
can put another hydrant right
Yeah.
there.
That's,
Because
just,
they're gonna be there right now. Now's the time to do it.
yeah. And Tri-Valley has a PIV valve right in the middle of that anyway.
Right.
So, I mean, it's kind of, it might make a lot of sense to try to,
Right, but they're gonna be on this side of the Tri-Valley's thing.
okay, yeah.
So you throw a hydrant right there.
Right, and we were triple gating that intersection where Village and Mill
Mill and
and
Ardlock
Ardlock
yep.
and all of that, so that valve is not in yet, I'm almost positive.
So you're really not buying
And so you
nothing, you're
just
just
move that valve
relocating
down. We
plots
have
that
one
we already
that
have.
you eliminated on Pine Street that we could throw on the other side.
So okay, you basically want a double gate so you can use the hydrants as a bypass.
Right,
Yes.
we have to shut down the tunnel, and we can go from hydrant to hydrant to feed the side of town. That would be the
And
smart.
you'll supply the material.
Yep. As I said, we did that on Healy Road when we put the water main down there. We put a hydrant on each side of the bridge.
I just-
You have the hydrants?
We're using best common practice doing
Have
it,
the
but it's
hydrant?
kind of
Oh,
a
yeah,
tough
it's in my
situation,
yard,
that's
it's in my yard right now.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
inevitables there.
What time?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Matt, okay.
I'll make a motion to, I mean, we have no financial number, but to give Borges Construction the go-ahead to change the, I guess, the layout. I don't know how you want,
Be a
we
work
want to
order.
make this a,
Be a
work order.
let them do a change order, okay, all right. So
Change
we
order.
even a motion then, okay, all right.
It'll be under the direction of the superintendent, how
Yeah.
we want it installed,
Or the
we'll
engineer.
supply the
Okay.
material.
Okay, perfect.
And one item that we will need to negotiate with the contractor is the additional ledge. And so we've had preliminary conversations with them and, got their point of view, which is different than my point of view. And
Well,
so,
they bid it at a penny.
right,
Well, that's what I was-
but
yeah,
once,
yeah.
once you exceed the unit, the
Yes,
quantities
yes.
in there by, I think, 25%, then
They can
they
go after.
can come back
Right.
and say,
Yeah.
and they do, they have absorbed all of that, I think it's 320 yards or something.
Of the gravel.
Just that they said, we bid the penny for these items, so they have to do those items
At
for a penny.
Yep. Then
And then
above
some
and beyond
buffer
is-
for a penny, and then they can ask for modification in that bid.
He didn't carry anything for ledge or boulders, right, line items,
No,
just,
there was a,
penny,
there's a
yeah.
penny.
so he
penny per
took a
cubic yard.
gamble,
Yes,
Yeah, which they all do.
took a gamble on
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but he's hoping to bid it as an extra?
No, so there's a line item in there, so once you go above and beyond 25% of what was bid
Yeah, which is-
contractually,
Yeah.
they have the right to sequester money for above and beyond contractual services,
other
which
words,
is, they're looking
yeah.
for a fixed cost
fixed
per
cost.
yard or per ton, however they want to propose it to the board.
so you're absolutely right, he took a gamble
Took
on
a
that,
gamble.
but he removed 250 yards plus 25% at a penny.
Yeah.
Right.
So he
So
doesn't
far.
get paid any more for that.
Right.
And none of us
It's
knew
the
there would be
extras.
any more than that
Right,
there.
right.
Now, when Mark's put on the ledge, we figured from School Street to Charlton Road was the ledge.
Right.
We
We
didn't
hit
know
everything,
Pine
we
Street.
hit everything from Oxford Ave to Pine Street.
So in reality,
Oh,
a
yeah.
contractor
The
can
old
carry a
contract.
number for ledge and end up being a higher bidder and losing a job,
Yes,
Yeah, to an extent,
versus,
yeah.
in this
Yeah.
case, having the ability
Yeah.
to try to make it up.
Yeah.
yes, but also, it's really the bottom line in a bid. Because if he encountered 249 cubic yards, he was going to get $2.49 for the ledge.
Right, right.
If someone had $1,000 a yard
How
for
do we
that,
document the cubic yards of ledge so far?
well, we know that
goes
when
by
where
us.
it came out, and
Yeah.
you can measure the trench and how much came
Yeah, but-
out. Some of it was hauled
But
off.
if you dig down 3 feet and you only scrape 1 foot of ledge,
Well,
that's what I'm
then-
getting at.
That's why
Some-
George is there every day
some of
too,
that
so.
trenching work is 4 feet of fill, then you hit that.
Well, I think you've got replaceable material, which I think is, there's slips that have been purchased of material bought.
Yep.
You can figure that out, okay, even whether you do it by the yard or by the ton, here's how many yards or how many tons was figured contractually at a 2-foot wide trench, a 3-foot wide trench, and 4 feet deep, yada,
In
yada,
other words, the
yada.
whole trenches aren't solid ledge.
No.
Correct.
No,
What
no,
I've
no, no, no,
observed,
no,
the
no.
final bottom foot might be.
Yeah, it's when you
Well,
go,
it
it's
depends
but it's
on
when
the
you go
area,
down
too.
though, and they rip out a nugget, and it's the
Yeah, well, you
size
rip-
of, the size of this room,
Yeah.
they have to open up.
Yeah.
They only figured to open up a space this wide, now they got a space the size of this room. You got this extra 40, 50 yards of material that
Well,
need to be put back in the
And then
hole.
that's also asphalt to pave.
Paved,
Right,
exactly,
right,
right.
right.
So there's a
And
lot
so-
of things tied into it.
So he'll be coming at us with a number,
Yes,
some type of number, and we'll have to
Negotiate it, yeah.
exactly.
And that's where the money, hopefully from School Street to Pine, to Charlton
Okay,
Road,
all right, no,
to pay
that's,
for it.
that's
Okay,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair, as long as it's legitimate bidding practices.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
It's normal,
Yeah.
it's normal.
And they
Yeah.
weren't, underhanded at all. They said, we know we bid a penny here for this, and we
Yeah.
know it's 25% above
Yeah.
that. However, beyond that, we have the right to, yes, you do, and
Right.
so I think their...
Being fair.
Yeah, their integrity is equal to the quality of the work they do.
Well, the other thing I noticed when they were doing this job is, they tried to rip it. Instead of, they said, oh, ledge, let's put in the hammer, and
Right,
bang, 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 little bit. They ripped it, and
They
they
was
tried to rip it,
excavated.
and they tried to take it out.
Just wear and tear the machine.
Yeah,
Right,
right.
and what the whole thing is, they did rip it out, they took
Yeah,
it out.
yeah.
They didn't need the hammer.
They
They could have
scraped,
delayed the
they
game.
scraped,
They
scraped,
could have
scraped.
played the game and delayed the whole project.
Is there a
Getting the hammer up there,
going
but they
price
used the excavator to try to get it
Right.
out.
It varies a lot, it's
Yeah.
surprising. Now, one reference that we can use is the bid items that we got from all of the contractors, which is upside down. So as an example, so what happens sometimes if they bid a penny in some items?
They
They'll
overload
then
another
move it
item.
into their
Yeah,
pipe
yeah.
price. you
Right,
know?
Or
right.
asphalt
And,
price
yeah,
or
so
whatever.
they're,
yeah.
you know, it's just that they know they're gonna put in pipe, and they're like, maybe I won't hit ledge, so, it's a common practice, but you wouldn't
Very
want a
common.
lot of items as a penny. So this happened to be around
You pick out a
suitable
few,
fill
right.
and ledge, and so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the contractors did that for the ledge item. 6 out of
8 or 9?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Wow.
So, it's not a scam or anything.
Right, right,
It's just
right,
their
right, right.
approach.
Right.
And very
You're not gonna lose
interesting.
money.
Yes.
No.
It's very interesting is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 bidders all bid $90 a foot for the 12-inch.
Mhm.
One bid 97,
Mhm.
and then one bid 128. And that was the contractor who said he was busy, but he wanted to put a number
1.3
in.
million.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he's a very reputable contractor also, but he didn't, but
They didn't want
anyway.
the job.
Out of
So
respect, he
all
did it,
of those
and that was
numbers
it, yeah.
are the same. So when you look at ledge, the numbers vary for other contractors from $50 to $130 a ton.
Mhm.
And, several were at a penny. So, to me, that's the ballpark we're in. And so we would then negotiate within there something reasonable, keeping in mind the overall budget for the project, what was taken out, and what's remaining.
Mhm.
So, ideally, it would be a wash.
Right.
And they'd get a reasonable return for all the ledge they took out,
Mhm.
and you would not exceed the budget for the project, and the numbers would be defensible.
Right. And I think they're being more than fair if they really wanted to.
Yeah, like
They're
John
asking, they're asking
described.
for 50% of what is contractual. They've already gone through.
Oh, they're at 75%
They've already gone through
already.
the hard stuff. If they really
Yeah.
wanted to hit us with 70%,
Yeah,
they could have,
they
and
could.
it would have been easy to
Because-
prove probably.
That's not,
So-
this first payment's not even gonna cover their wholesale material costs to be delivered on the job. That's $400,000.
Well,
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
manpower
Yeah, yeah,
and
they already-
Prevailing wage,
allowances,
yada, yada, yada,
yeah,
bonds and
exactly.
all that stuff.
This check, like
Yeah.
I say, by the time they pay Prescott and
Whoever
everyone
they bought,
else.
yeah, right.
Mhm.
Quick question, Mark, and I'll let you
Yes.
go. One other item, furnish, install gravel road base course, 450 cubic yards.
Yes.
We're gonna go over that allotment.
Yes, now, that is kind of mixed because some of it is unsuitable material that they removed and then replaced it with the road building gravel. And that's $25 a yard. And they were both at that, I believe.
Let's keep it full, because I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, so they felt that that was a fair price. And so it's kind of one or another. Is it, suitable backfill for unsuitable material, or is it road building gravel? And,
Can we be
So-
billed though? If they go 1,000 cubic yards, are we gonna get a bill for that, for the difference?
well, they already have several hundred yards that they need to provide you, so.
Mhm.
Where is this? 450 of it
Yeah.
is what they were supposed to provide. So they're
But,
saying that.
what I'm hearing, by the time we're done, we're gonna be close to 1,000? They've already used 450?
Yeah, yeah, because of the size of the ledge and
Yeah.
the boulders
Yeah.
they took out, it's gonna
Yeah.
be bigger. But in the meantime, while they're dumping this unsuitable material, which is, unsuitable material is rocks the size of a pill.
Because of- right,
of a
right.
pill. So we're dumping it up at the
Firehouse.
bleach house.
Bleach house, yeah.
And George is going up there with the backhoe, pulling the potatoes out, so they can take some of this fill and use it back on a trench without paying one of their guys to be doing this.
So we're trying to save some by.
So safe to say then, we'll have to negotiate the final gravel bill and the ledge bill.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, that's all. And hopefully the 300 feet going up the hill is gonna cover that, going up to Charlton Street.
Well, we're hoping, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, we never expected those potatoes coming out of Pine Street.
Right.
Now, my next $1 million question is, while we're on it, if we run over budget
Mhm.
on this job, right, what do we ask for?
800.
800.
Yep.
And we're already over at 830, so we're already over 30.
No. We asked for
Okay,
830,
yeah.
we took the 80 out because.
I've taken 80 out for
Right,
Pine Street.
right.
Well, what I'm getting at is if by some bizarre, we have problems with the crossing, the sidewalks or whatever, town meeting, fall town meeting?
Right, because-
To ask for, if we need $30,000, that's what I'm getting at.
Right, for
$40,000.
permanent pavement, that's when we go to town meeting.
Right.
So when they come in the springtime, the money's there.
So there's plenty of time for us to make sure the funds are
So
allocated,
in other words,
cover it, because we're waiting that whole season.
Yeah, for the road
To
to
let
settle.
the road to settle,
It's-
so
And there'll be
it's-
retainage
Right.
on the final payment.
And the final pavement is about $130,000 worth of pavement.
Okay.
So that's going to be delayed at least
A year.
until the spring, yeah.
Right.
So by fall, when they're complete with everything, we should know where
We
we
should be
stand.
pretty close to within a dollar amount.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll know
So
where we stand if we have to
go
do
to town
something.
meeting, we
Right.
know exactly what we need to finish it up.
It's fine.
Yeah, the unknown was the ledge, the biggest one.
Correct.
John, what are you doing with the boulders?
They're up at the house, up the bleach house. We may bring it down to our buddy's place.
You want a lawn ornament?
No, I just wanted to,
Yeah.
That's
Have
our-
you-
to get rid of them or?
Have you gone up to,
They're a
take
nice
a ride up to the
plant.
bleach house and see, they got piles of
Yeah, I know,
bones. And George has been up there sifting and screening with the backhoe so they can use it. Picking the stones out, the boulders out.
We'll see where we have at the end, and I know the house up at top is looking for fill. So, we can just push them right over to that, over yonder, and they can just finish it up with that.
Okay, that's good, Mark. Is there anything else?
No.
So on the payment voucher, you will get that to Kristen, and Kristen will,
That's a potato.
How does
we'll have to
that
get the 3 signatures.
Unless you have it with you right now, did you get, it's just.
She only sent one, and it was only the second page, but she revised it.
Okay.
She had a mistake and then corrected it.
Well,
So it would be,
You want me to go make the voucher?
you can make a payment voucher, like you do, like we pay any other bill, right? The Borges Construction.
Right.
And while it's 3 of us here, we can sign it.
Alright, yeah, we can do that.
You wanna do that now?
But Is that what you want to do, Mark?
sure, yeah.
Borges Construction?
So this will be just the processing of their pay request
Correct.
as part of the
Yep,
contract.
378, 14209, yep.
Then we can sign it before we leave.
We can close the meeting. Just wait here.
Well,
Well, yeah, so,
Is there any other
Is there any other business?
Any other business anyone wants to talk about?
I have nothing else. Your man will be in charge?
Yep.
What about the phone for emergencies? Who's taking care of that?
They will be on call.
Rotation.
Rotation.
What about your phone? Is that being left with someone?
Yeah, that's gonna be left me. If they can't get a hold of anybody, they'll call me and I'll find somebody.
Well, how long you be in surgery in the hospital?
I'm only gonna be outpatient.
Okay, all right,
So
all right.
I'm in the hospital for 2 hours. I'm coming back in probably 4 hours after the 3 hours after the operation.
Okay, so you'll,
I can still run the phone if there's an emergency.
if you get an emergency phone call,
And nobody's answering the phone that's supposed to be on call, I'll find somebody to get it. For both water and sewer. And my guys now are trained with the sewer boys, so I can call anybody I want now to take care of the situation.
very good.
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 7:15.
Do I have a second?
second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.